So Soxel is this is the ETF for the semiconductors, but it's a triple leveraged. It's $10, so it's very inexpensive. So this becomes, I wouldn't necessarily trade this, Jim, but you could use this as a hedge. So if you were like long Avgo and you wanted to like, I don't know how much they are, but you could buy like the $10 puts on Soxel. So something like that. Um, sorry, calls, the $10, where we are, 1047, maybe the $11 or $12 calls, because this is a triple. Boom, boom, boom. If it goes up like that, you'll lose your money on Avgo or Nvidia, but you make up for it here. So you could do that. Another way that might be cheaper, which some people do, is this is another way of looking at it. If you wanted to, SOXS. So this is the reverse of it. This is the inverse. Another way it would be SMH. You could do SMH. So if you're short Nvidia or short Avgo and you wanted to buy, you could buy like the 210 calls. I don't know how expensive they are. They're probably pretty expensive. You might have to do a vertical, which is not preferred. Meta. Similarly, with Meta, I mean, look at this chart. Damage. So Nova, one of the reasons why we're short is because these charts are damaged. Bang, failure at the 20. Retest, no go. Even with that wonderful big Trump candle, one day, no go. Tried today, didn't even get close to it, and then closed, below where you opened. So that's what makes this a solid candle. Solid candles means you closed lower from today's open. Wherever you opened, you closed lower. That's solid candle. This is if you use candle with trend. The ones that are hollow like this, it means they closed higher than they opened. So open, close, like that. So that means, and so why is it green? It's green because the closing price is higher than yesterday's closing price. So it's green. As long as it's above yesterday's close, it's green. But it's green solid, which means it opened here, it came here, and it closed here. That's where it closed. That's a little bit of a reversal candle. That's not good and could be viewed as a rejection. If you take out yesterday's level here, in other words, you close this gap and you take that out, double down on Meta to the downside, regardless of earnings and all that stuff. Because I don't think the earnings are going to be that great. It's almost as if it doesn't matter what the earnings are. It matters how investors are positioned in the stock. And right now, the way investors are positioned in this stock, it's positioned to go lower. But what the hell do I know? I'm just a trader. So that's Meta. So let's do a quick recap. And we did this earlier today. So a bullish theme, some things have to happen. VIX, well, it has to get above 30 and stay there. Oops, sorry. Let's do bear first. Bearish. It has to get above 30 and stay. It's got to stay there and then push to 34 and higher, right? It has to do that. Gold would have to reverse its drop today and go higher, because that would mean, screw it, I'm putting my money back in gold. We're already putting money in silver, so that's kind of interesting. Bitcoin dumps. Energy like oil, lower. These are all economic factors that would play into the bearish theme. And then obviously you look at your levels and keep it simple. You could look at SPY, and we identified those levels earlier, did we not? Get your questions ready. Yeah, so I mean, you can see, like, you got this gap area here. This is 530. This is 545. This is 533-ish. So 530, 540, like all of those levels. And you'll see when we open tomorrow. But the levels on SPY, right now, SPY's at what? 530, 536? Let's see, 24 hours. Let's see, what is SPY doing? Well, SPY came down here. This is the aftermarket here. This is where SPY closed. Looks like it gapped up and then came back down. And then it moved up again, but it's sitting like right here. So it's at 536. So yeah, it's 545. So I would say today, initially 535. $533. Yeah, so if you really want to get close to it, I'd say 533 is first to 530, but 525 is the line in the sand. So kind of like 30, but 34 is the line in the sand. So, you could also look at IWM levels. So if I go over to, and you could also see yields going higher and the Dixie going lower, which would mean recession fears over here and lack of global confidence in the dollar here. If you go, the bullish case would be that the VIX stays below 30 and actually goes below 28. And I would say 26 and lower is the sweet spot as it heads down to 23, that number that we talked about earlier. Gold continues lower, and that would be GDX too. Bitcoin, or IBIT, Coinbase, all of them, it's a gap and go, right? It gapped today, so gap and go. See it go higher. See USO make higher highs, higher lows on the hourly chart. See that move higher. And then the SPY, 545, you breach 545 to the upside and you can hold 530 as the worst, the pullback hold, but then you get above 545. That's your bullish case. So how do you trade that? Well, right now we're short. We're over here. We have some shorts. If things start to get a little hairy and it starts moving this way, then I got to put my hedge on for next week. Right? If we get here, then I have to remove the shorts and consider going, reverse course. And if I have hedges on when that happens, obviously I'll make money doing that. If we stay here, then we can add to our bearish positions and move our hedges lower. We don't have to have them way out in the middle of nowhere. Hedge short term, that's weekly. Add long term. One other thing, if we do have to reverse course and go to the bullish side, we don't want to go that far out. Let's test it. In this volatile market, we're just going to go weekly. We're not going to go nuts, either weekly or 2 weeks at the most. We're not going to go out and start buying out of the money calls, for in June. Okay, the markets are going to, let's just take it week by week and let this thing build back up some strength, and then we can think about June monthlies and so forth.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video from Trade With Me Now. Make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you make sure that you catch our next video right when it's released. Also, if you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comment section below. And of course, if you want to learn more about Trade With Me Now or join our community of profitable traders, go to tradewithmenow.com. There's also a link in the description below.